Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today it's going to be a match between Piano and HyuK, here from CasterMuse's StarLeague Season 3. This has not been cast in English as far as I can tell, so hey, welcome to the English broadcast of this game. Top right hand corner we have a brown Zerg player. It is HyuK. And in the bottom left hand corner it is Piano. He is a blue Terran player. He is excellent at StarCraft. Ooh, we can red versus blue this because it was a live game. Okay, excellent. It was I think, yeah, basically this was cast live in Korean, and I think CasterMuse just wanted them to do red versus blue for the sake of the broadcast. So hey, red versus blue here. So bottom left, a red Terran, top right, blue Zerg, not brown Zerg. Color changing is fun. And it's going to be a ZVT. I know last week was a lot of PVTs. For those of you who enjoy PVT, you're welcome. And let's go ahead and see who's going to win this ZVT from the year 2020. Recent Brood War. If you don't know who CasterMuse is, I put a link to everything that he's got in the description. He's just, you know, helping to keep the Brood War scene alive, right? By doing tournaments with cash prizes and things, and I don't know, he's a pretty cool dude. Anyway, barracks first here, and this is the moment of truth here for HyuK. Is he gonna? Oh, there we go. 11 hatch on this 4-player map. Oh, this is Clay Fields, by the way. Clay Fields like 1.1 or whatever the number is. So, interesting map, not something that we cast a lot of games on the channel, but we got our eggs, just kind of making sure that larger units can't get up this without killing the eggs first, which is hard to do. Top left spawn being checked by SCV, whose name is Steve. Steve's like, there's not a hatchery here. That's interesting. What if it's a pool first, man? I guess it'd be pool first, and then there'd be a drone down there to go for a hatchery by this point anyway. Drone says, what are you doing in this neck of the woods? I'm going to spit my acid upon you. Not very fun. Not very fun at all for our SCV, but he keeps marching because he's a trooper. What's he going to do? Go home without finding out where the Zerg is? Heck no. It's not what he's into at all. Marine production here, but it's not a second barracks or anything. Just, you know, recognizing, okay, that was a hatch first play based on the timing of that hatchery, which means the pool's not done yet, which means let's go ahead and toss down an expansion. We'll get 400 minerals and do that thing. One Marine to defend is more than enough, based on the fact Lings have not even started producing yet at this cross-spawn position here on Clay Fields. So far so good out of these guys. Welcome to a Falcon Paladin cast. Hope you're enjoying your Monday, wherever you might be. I saw a lot of comments recently saying people like to watch me during their lunch breaks, which, hey, I understand. I used to do that too when I had lunch breaks. I've been working from home for, gosh, almost a year now. I think my first day of working from home was like March 8th or something, and we're coming up on March, aren't we? That's nuts. Anyway, I don't know. I don't feel like I get a lunch break anymore. When I'm working from home, it's easier for me to just be like, I'll just get something out of the fridge and keep working, you know? I'm sure my employer enjoys that, but I should do a better job at like getting away from work during my lunchtime. I liked doing that when I was in the office. It was the time to get out of the office, maybe go get something at a restaurant, or just go down to the break room and hang out for a while. But not so much at home. It's all kind of one big thing. So I work from this desk, and then I do casting from this desk, and it's just kind of like all my work is blended together into this one weird piece of just effort. But when I'm sitting here, it's weird. Anywho, Ling's moving out here from the Zerg player. Terran's got some Marines out. Do we want a bunker? Yeah, I don't see why a bunker would be a bad idea. This is what you're up to, guy. This is what this guy's up to. Yeah, it's just nice to have against Ling aggression, but this is not Ling aggression. These guys are coming around different angles, maybe scouting for proxies and things, maybe trying to make sure that not all the Lings get scouted coming across, but it doesn't matter. There's a bunker anyway. So look at this timing. Bunker finishes right as the first Lings show up. That's insane timing out of Piano. We've seen Piano do some amazing things on this channel. I know he's not like a long-time legendary player of the last 20 years, but I like Piano a lot. He's a really solid Terran player. He's done some things to Zergs that Zerg players do not appreciate. I can tell you that much. So he can win this game. HyuK can win this game too. HyuK's an incredible Zerg player himself. Getting his third base up and rolling. Obviously going for the Spire. On the other side, Comsat Station. Engineering Bay, fairly soon from Piano. No too No giant concerns about that, you know? The timing here, not immediate. It's not like, okay, obviously at 5 minutes we got to get the thing going. It's later. You could probably start it now. Yep, now. All right, engineering base starting now. Moving out with some Marines and medics and a Firebat, which I like. Mixing in 1 or 2 Firebats really makes Lings think twice about engaging here. So Sunkens have got to get started at your natural base. In fact, there's one Sunken there. Well, creep there. Soon to be a Sunken. Third base might honestly be in trouble. What do you guys think? You think Piano could jump on this third base and kill it? Or is he going for the jugular? Oh, he's juking. He fainted for the natural and he's coming in for this. He wants the third. He's going to get it too. I think HyuK's been a little bit too greedy here. He's kind of skipped some stuff. He's got mutas in production. Dude, there's stim. This hatch needs to go down now because there will be mutas and lings coming to defend this soon. Dude, 1 mutalisk is not enough to save this thing. Hatchery, 3, 2, 1. It's not enough mutalisks. And the hatch goes down. Dude, Piano! Boss! Boss Terran player. I'm telling you, this is so good. Killing that third base is a massive victory. Yeah, just cut lings. Cut lings. Didn't have the mutas out in time to deal with it. Didn't throw down a Sunken at the third base at all. And now the mutas are trying to engage, but also taking hits. The Marines don't have the range upgrade, which is a problem right now. It's almost done. But for the moment, they're super vulnerable to this kind of thing, and they're all going to die. Alright, so they're all dead. But they paid for themselves by killing that third base. So nicely done, Piano. It's a trade I think that any Terran player would make. Do you want to kill your opponent's third base at 6 minutes and lose, you know, 6 Marines, a medic, and a Firebat? Absolutely, every Terran player on Earth says. Got turrets back home. Got that range upgrade for the Marines. He's making additional barracks. He's got stuff, you know, he's got Marines here because he didn't stop making stuff during the attack because he's a professional player. And now replanting the third base. Now HyuK is behind. Yeah, this is how you do, man. This is how you beat a Zerg player as Terran, is you be aggressive. You gotta kill stuff. You gotta kill drones. You gotta kill the third base. This poor Firebat. His job is to try to burn this building to death, which you'd think would be easy. But none of the buildings in this universe are made out of wood, and as a result, Firebats are not as useful versus building destruction as they otherwise would want to be. Mutas harassing, taking them missile turret hits. One of the missile turrets did go down, but there's 2 firing at him here. Coming on into the main base, picking off an SCV there. Marines taking hits to the face. This is good. This is a really nice counterattack. Not many of these mutas have died. A bunch of them are really injured. SCV count kind of getting obliterated a bit here. I mean, it's still 33 SCVs to 24 drones. But HyuK needed to do this. HyuK needed to kill a ton of workers, bunch of Marines, delay construction on that factory. He needed to do damage and disrupt what Piano is trying to do here. Because a Piano on 2 bases versus a 2 basing HyuK means the Terran player wins guaranteed. So he needs to, there you go, slow it down a little bit. It's now 32 to 30 workers. It's bought him some time to catch up economically, get his third base established to some extent. He's not making more Sunkens because he can't afford to do so. Nor does he have a Hydralisk Den yet, I'm just noticing. So there, it's getting started. But man, he is a long way off from Lurkers. And I mean, you can do Mutaling to a certain extent against this bioplane. But you really want Lurkers. You really want Ultras. He's pretty far from Ultralisks as well. I guess he has the lair. He's not ages away. It's a Queen's Nest, and then a Hive, and then an Ultralisk Cavern. But upgrades take a while. I mean, this is even right now here at 9 minutes after all of the damage we've seen, and it feels even. It does. Like, at this point, the Zerg player needs to start pulling ahead now if they're going to be in a good position. But feels like we're okay. That's a lot of Mutalisks, though. Man, maybe I underestimated the number of mutas on the field. This is pretty scary stuff. Do they have upgrades? I don't think they do. +1 armor. All right. Armor's good against Marines. Just is. Marines do little bits of damage really fast, which means their DPS is high. But armor's going to be good against that. That's why Ultralisks are so good against Marines, is because Marines do tiny bits of damage really fast. Every one of those attacks applies to each armor, to the armor every time. There's a better way to explain that. Look at this, abusing the high ground here too. A little bit. It's like, where to go? Where do they go? Ah, they're right here! Where are they? Where are the Mutalisks? Are they gonna jump on my natural base? What's happening? No, they're over here now, so that's cool. Mysterious. Yeah, Lurker aspect almost done. Queen's Nest coming in. This is some excellent, excellent Muta control, I gotta say. Like, this is some really fantastic Mutalisk control out of HyuK. I'm loving it. He's keeping everybody back home. This attack does not want to be sitting back home. This attack wants to be killing the third base of HyuK again. But the Mutalisks are just too much of a threat to just send everybody out. I mean, I don't know. Are you protected with 4 missile turrets and 2 bunkers full of Marines? Maybe. This is honestly some disgusting Mutalisk play. This is some of the best Muta play we've seen. Guess who's getting a Valkyrie to deal with this? Piano is. Piano's like, all right, these Mutas have gotten way too much done. They're really delaying me. We got 6 kills on that one, 2 kills on that one. 1 kill on that one, because that guy's a noob. 3 kills there. I mean, they're all paying for themselves, I think. At least in time, if not in direct unit death. What is this SCV doing other than being dead? Yeah, he's being dead. Okay, we got a Valkyrie now. So, again, this changes the game a little bit. Man, this is good. 2 Valkyries, loving that against these Mutalisks. The Valkyrie was created specifically because Mutalisks were so good in vanilla StarCraft. Insanely good. I don't know why there are 2 drones running in the middle of the map. That seems like a weird choice. 5 Lurkers are in production. Alright, sorry about that. My recording software blipped out on me, but we're back now. No sign of a third base here for Piano. Just 5 racks and a science facility and a starport and a couple of Valkyries. Alright, so we've got Lurkers defending the third base and the natural base and Defiler Mound coming up inside the main base. And these Lings are... and Mutalisks are prepared for a flank attack. Oh, these people are dead. Hold on a second. Do you... Okay, I don't think HyuK saw them, but if he had seen them, I think they would be dead. Alright, so frontal assault here. Bunkers, can they hold? Yes, they can. +1 with range. Versus Ling Mutalisk? Oh, gosh, that hurts. HyuK, you have to take care of your Mutalisks. They are precious. Nidus Canal. 4 easy reinforcements to the third base, and oh, just a 6th barracks here. Alright, man, this is a 2-base attack at 13 minutes with +1 Marines, a couple of Valkyries, a few tanks against Lurkers without Dark Swarm protecting them. Defilers are coming out, scanning the Lurkers. Ah, Lurkers on the high ground, but tanks can shoot up to the high ground, and science vessels can detect you, even if you're on the high ground here. These 2 Marines. We can do it. We are super dead. The Mutalisks are trying to fight. The Hiders are in here, too. The Valkyries getting into the mix, and the Mutalisks are all dead. There's just no saving them. Gee, the Valkyries doing work with that splash damage. Valks were introduced because Mutalisks exist. Oh, tried to set up a bit of a Lurker play down here that didn't do super well, I would guess, based on the number of tanks that are still here. But Dark Swarm coming up again and again and again. He's trying to get rid of these tanks through Dark Swarm usage. Another Dark Swarm here would be pretty good. Oh, this defensive matrix tank is just sitting back here shelling and everything. A bunch of medics are dead. This medic healing with everything she has, which is 0 energy, unfortunately. We got some drop ships coming in here, too. Piano's not just going to try to break down the front door. He's going to come in through that back door at the same time and say, hey, can you handle this? How about it? There's no response. There's no response from HyuK. That's a beautiful unload spread right there. Oh, that's so good. Alright, well, the dropships get on out. The Marines are just the drones! The Marines are the drones here. Drone down, drone down, drone. There were about 51 drones there a second ago. We're at 34 now. That's brutality. Brutality. Lurker's going to have to be the base defense here. I don't think it's Hydras, and I don't think it's Lings necessarily. Dark Swarm, though, does change everything up. Can you get an Overlord? Yes, and another one. Yes, and another one. Maybe not. Spawning pool, maybe. That'd be super cool. Coming on down with Lings, Hydras, and Lurkers to try to dislodge the Terran out of this front door. And you know what? 1 takedown, 2 takedown. Okay, this is going all right for this attack. Tanks just... Oh, they got the spawning pool before they all died to this Lurker. This Lurker's got 5 kills. 6 kills. 6 kills on this Lurker. And that Marine gets out of there by stimming, taking a tiny bit of health off, but keeping him alive and for these Hydras to kill him. Unfortunate. Guess who's back with more, though? That's right. This 2-basing Terran. Okay, he's got a 3rd base in the way, but 2-basing for now at 15 minutes. This is brutal. Lurker down. Nice focus firing there. Consuming Overlords to toss down Dark Swarm that everyone can hide, and the Defiler pays for his treachery against the Terran. Dropship's getting on out of there. Another Defiler down. Dude, this Lurker, though, is totally... 9 kills. 9 kills on the Lurker. He's definitely saving a bunch of these drones alive. Sure, a bunch of them have died, but the remaining ones have that Lurker to thank. And everybody from the Terran aspect gets murdered here inside. All right, so 3rd base, Lifton. Yeah, we're going to just expand here. No problem. No problemo. Now, here's your problem. You're down 36 to 48 workers as HyuK. It's 115 to 79 total supply. You've got a 3rd base, yes. But the problem is that your Terran opponent is getting a 3rd base as well. If he was just on 2 base and just kept ramming his face into you over and over again, yeah, you could probably win on 3 bases. That's not what's happening. He's expanding. And okay, you're getting a 4th base down here. All right, let's see if you can do this thing. Coming up this ramp, it's actually kind of hard. It's basically single file or just 2 at a time. And, man, just irradiating. Oh, that's a morph. Irradiating Hydras, because what else are you going to irradiate here? The Lurkers are not around. Defilers are not around. That's interesting. Did I know that? If a Hydralisk that is irradiated can morph itself into a Lurker and the egg is not affected by the irradiate. I might have just learned something here. Guess who's dropping up top? Yeah, everyone who's dead. Yeah. Oh boy. Still, 113 to 83 total supply is... this is not feeling good from HyuK. It just feels like he's on the back foot position at the moment. Pretty effectively. And I mean, this is Piano. If you haven't watched Piano versus Soxtree, I did a best of 3 between these two from CasterMuse. I must have posted it a couple months ago now. If you want more Piano in your life, I recommend that series. He is insanely good at Terran, as we can tell right here. All right, just this lot of Hydras. I don't know if we want this here. Oh, nice Plague, though. Plague-oo! Hitting pretty solidly there against a lot of this. A lot of this bio. I see you. What is this 1 Marine drop? What is the plan here exactly? Well, first of all, to die, because that got spotted at some point. I'm guessing this Overlord saw the thing. Yeah, but 4th base. Okay. 4 bases versus 3 bases is not bad. You're still only at 41 workers to 48 SCPs, which is pretty horrible. In all fairness, it's +2 attack and +1 armor for the Marines. The Hydras are at +2 armor and +1 attack. So, I mean, keeping up. Upgrade-wise, this is just a lot of Hydralisk versus Marine tank. Not a huge fan of it. Yeah, because the splash damage. I'm just... Sure, 1 tank down, 2 tanks down. I mean, these... Oh, Dark Swarm comes in. Isn't it another tank down? All right, but guess who dropped on the 4th base? Yeah, Piano did. All right, so 4th base is toast, dude. Nice Plague, though. Another Plague-oo on the science vessels. I mean, look. HyuK is doing everything that he Zergly can to win this game, but it's just not... Is that just a lot of... What died there? A lot of consume, maybe for this Defiler, or maybe this Defiler? Anyway, all the Defilers are at full energy, so Lings are not safe. Another Plague-oo! All over them Marines. This is really nice Plagues. You're going to get back into this thing, HyuK. It's going to be incredible Plagues. You need to mount an assault on this base. It's a Marine and a Medic defending it. I'm not even kidding right now. Send, like, 2 Zerglings. Do you have adrenal glands? I don't think he has adrenal glands. Okay, well, that's a problem then. It's little scrappy bits of Zerg using, like, the full power of Zerg here. It's Plagues, it's Dark Swarms, it's Upgrades, it's Hydras, it's Lings. He's doing everything he can. It's just he's getting outproduced is the problem. It's just too much income. It is too much income differential. It's even, basically, and that's not where you can be. That is not where you can live. I mean, this Dark Swarm is left over, which is nice, but just the splash damage. Ooh, there's the fire bats in that Dark Swarm too are just mean. Absolutely mean stuff. What is this guy doing? Guy. Very brave. Very headstrong. It's like, did the Hydras continue running? They did, another coming back, and actually... Okay. I think I am one of them. Well, for a second they did, and then they murdered you. That's usually how that works. There's that dude who was living among bears in the Pacific Northwest in the United States a few years ago. And by that I mean like 2007 probably, but... He, high ground Hydras... He was living with bears for a while. He felt really comfortable with them. Hydra attack there too. Just, I don't like this Hydra play. I really don't. Not with the siege tanks on the ground. 9 kills on that siege tank. 8 kills on that siege tank. Whatever. So, like, I don't know, things seemed like they were going okay. He's living among bears. It seemed like they were treating him well, and then nobody heard from him for a while, and they went to investigate, and both he and his girlfriend were dead. They'd been killed by the bears. So, just wild animals, not your friends. Hydralisks, not your friends, Marines. Sorry. Okay, science vessels snipe. Little tiny things that our Zerg player is doing here. Nice Plague! Ooh! Man, Plagues are not tiny things. Plagues are big things, but you also have to finish off the Plague units. That's kind of the problem here, is that, yes, you can Plague them down to 1 HP, but if you don't have anything to finish them off in that 1 HP, they don't care. Oh, Defiler down. Defiler alive. Hydra's back in these guys extended a little bit too much, unfortunately. Is that a 4th base? Yeah. All right, so we're 4 basing versus 3 basing. Dude, I don't care if Jaedong was in this position. He's getting his own 4th base again, sort of, is HyuK, but you're down an entire base and 7 workers to somebody as good as Piano is. I don't think that Jaedong could come back from this position. It's just a really, really difficult place to be if you're a Zerg player. Hey, look, Adrenal Glands coming in. It's so late. He was focusing a lot on Hydras, so sure, Adrenal Glands was not a super priority. But boy, is he repairing these? No, these are all 1, 2 HP science vessels. Where's our Mutalisk? Where's our traditional 1 Mutalisk that comes in here and just goes, and then all of them die? Their radiate targets are Defilers. Are we surprised by any of this? No. We are not. Another amazing Plague! Ooh! HyuK's Plagues are nothing to mess around with. This is, woof! These might be the best Plagues I've ever seen in a match where the Zerg player loses. Usually you connect on Plagues like this and you win. No, I don't. Just look at this. Look at this, look at this. It's 82 supply total for HyuK. These guys overextend, they don't even try to run. Like, these medics are just kind of walking into the Dark Swarm and the Ling Massacre that... Oh yeah, everyone here is dead. Hang on! Another great Plague on a couple of these tanks. So all the medics die. But then round 2 is here. Okay, tank down there too. It's not horrible. I'm telling you, like, these Lings need to run over here and kill this base. Does it matter with the 4th anymore? I'm not sure that it matters because the 4th exists now. Games has changed, everyone. And that's it. HyuK has left the game. Piano is your winner in 24 minutes and 14 seconds. He was trying, man. Piano's out too. It's just the 13 kill siege tank. The 3-2 Marines. The 3rd base went down. It all just traced back to the 3rd base dying, right? Zerg lost his 3rd base. Wait, that's the natural. Here's the 3rd. Lost his 3rd base. It was brutal. It was a really, really nice timing from the Terran player. He fainted up to the natural, moved down to the 3rd. There were no sunkens or anything here at all. And that was it. Again, really tough spot to come back from. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Soma. I don't care if you're Larva. I don't care any number of amazing Zerg players that exist in the world. That is so hard to come back from. But, I mean, give HyuK credit through the power of incredible plagues. Like, insanely good plagues and some really nice Dark Swarm. And he macroed as hard as he could. He didn't have a bank at all at the end of the game. But it wasn't enough. He doesn't have the income to keep up. It's StarCraft. It's a very economical game. I don't know what else to tell you about it. You probably know this already, though. Anywho, 24 minutes and 22 seconds before everybody finally got out of there. A total of 164,000 points. 244,000 for our loser. If your produced ratio is this close as a Terran against a Zerg, you're doing all right for yourself. You really are. Resources, way more gas mine, but we see that a lot when Terrans use the strategy of mass marine. They're not getting a lot of gas, but minerals are tiny bit more for the Zerg player, and did outspend the Terran. That's actually pretty impressive for HyuK, considering how many bases he was down for most of the game to outspend by 9,000 resources. How did he do that? Dark magic. That's what I say. All right. Well, good job. Good job indeed by Piano. If he's not one of your favorite Terran players, Terran fans, he probably should be. He's super, super good at this game. He's one of the new faces of StarCraft. He's one of the faces that will carry us through the next decade. I feel like it is. All right, cool. So that's going to be it for me today, though. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw, what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourself.